What's good? Welcome back to the channel. This is Curtis with 3-Tier Defense. Today we're going to be taking a look at our new Glock G45 Gen6. I'm going to actually do an official unboxing of it. We're also going to do a comparison between the Gen 6, the Gen 5, the Glock 23 Gen 5, and also the Glock 19 Gen 4. There are some differences between them, so we're going to be taking a look at them. But before we do that, I do want to show y'all that this magazine is empty and the chamber is clear. All right, but without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this unboxing of our new Glock G45 Gen 6. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and take a look at this Glock G45 Gen 6. First thing, come in the box pretty much as all your Glocks come. You have your Glock lock. So you got your firearm lock here. We're gonna set that off to the side. You got 3 magazines. We're gonna go ahead and drop the magazine that's here in the firearm. All right, so you can see all 3 of the magazines are empty. So you have Glock 17 round magazines for the G45. You also get the speed loader. Go ahead and set those off to the side. Get your back straps. This is 2 back straps. Come in a box with it as well. And then you have your optic plates. There are 3 optic plates in here that come with the Gen 6. All right, where's it out there? Well, there it is. All right, so you get 3 optic plates for different optics, just depending on which optic you have. You should have the corresponding plate to go with it. Note that the optic plates are polymer or plastic. All right, they're not metal. So I'm not sure how you would feel about the polymer. Shouldn't really cause too much of an issue, but we will see how this works. But it does come with 3 optic plates. Go ahead and put that back. Then of course you get all of your paperwork that comes with Glock. That'll be in your box as well. Safeguard. All of your Glock information. We're not gonna go through all of that. But we're going to go ahead and grab our Glock. We'll go ahead and take the box and set this off to the side. All right, so we got our Glock G45 Gen 6. This is a 9mm firearm. The barrel length is a 4.02 inch barrel. It's comparable to the Glock 19. It does come with a little bit longer grip for the 17 round magazine, and the Glock 19 has a 15 round magazine, so the grip is a little bit smaller, but this is pretty much just like your Glock 19X. So you have the slide of the Glock 19 with the frame or the grip of the Glock 17. All right, so it's pretty much a cross between both of them. Again, took the magazine out so we don't have a magazine in here. Go ahead and open it so you can see that it is clear. All right, so one of the first things that you notice about the Gen 6 Glock is the stippling on the grip. You have a more aggressive stippling on the grip. You also have more of an indentation on your beaver tail as well. So when you hold it, you actually feel like you have a good grip on the firearm itself. I know a lot of people on some of the older Glocks, the Gen 5, the Gen 4, Gen 3s, people would go in and stipple, do more of an aggressive stippling on the grip. But Glock gave it to you out of the box on the Gen 6. You do have a gas pedal here on the front, on both sides. That'll be pretty much where, depending on how you grip the firearm, your thumb would go on the gas pedal on one side, then your index finger or your trigger finger can go on the gas pedal if you're staging it on the opposite side, or depending on which hand you are. If you're left-handed, just be the opposite. So as you frame it, have your trigger finger here on the gas pedal, have your thumb here on the opposite side of the gas pedal. I don't really have a issue with the gas pedal. I actually like it. I know some people may have an issue with the gas pedal, don't really like it. There is a little indentation here, or pretty much almost like a little shelf here for your thumb. I'm not sure if you can see it, but you can see kind of right here where it sticks out a little bit. And again, that portion is a little bit of it has a stippling on that as well. And again, that's on both sides. All right. I'm going to go ahead and slide it open. Glock went back to the polymer or the plastic guide rod. I'm really not exactly sure why they did that. The Gen 4 and the Gen 5, they do have a plastic guide rod, but they have a metal overlay of the guide rod. And when I pull out the Gen 4 and the Gen 5, I'll be able to show you all that. But they took that away and went straight back with the plastic guide rod. Again, I'm not exactly sure why they did that, but we go change the guide rod out. There's a couple updates and upgrades that I'm gonna do on this 45. But let's check the trigger. They do have a flat face trigger on here. All right, so that's pretty much your play area. You come to your wall. You got a lot of play area after your wall before you get to your break. Go ahead and do a reset. For a travel reset. But again, you got your play area here. You come to your wall. Got a little bit of creep before your break. You reset. Reset is kind of far out. Let's test the pounds on this trigger. See how many pounds we got. If I'm not mistaken, I believe from the factory, it may be a 5 or 5.5 pound trigger. So we're going to check that and see. I have my Wheeler trigger pull scale, and we're going to check and see what that poundage is on that trigger. All right, so I'm pretty much just using manual trigger pull just to check the trigger. So it looks like we got a 5.5 pound trigger pull. Not sure if you can see that, but it is 5.5 pounds. We'll go ahead and reset it and check it again. All right, let's see what we get. Yep, 5.5 pounds. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you're at 5.5 on that trigger pull. All right. So again, we're gonna go ahead and reset it. All right, if we're looking at our sights, you have your regular standard Glock sights. All right, they're not anything spectacular. Of course, you have your optic plate cover for your optic. Again, I mean, the feel of it, you feel like you actually have a hold of the firearm because of the stippling here on the grip. Weight, balance. Again, it's comparable to the 19 with a little bit longer grip on it. All right, so we're going to go ahead. I'm gonna bring in the G23 Gen5 and the Glock 19 Gen4. All right, so we got the G23 Gen5 right here, the 40 cal. Then we also have the G19 Gen4. All right, which is a 9mm. I'm gonna go ahead and take this light off of here. All right, but I'll go ahead and use the 19. So as you can see right here, you do have a polymer or plastic guide rod, but then they also have this covering, which is a metal covering over the guide rod on the Gen 4 19, and then also on the Gen 5. You can see that you again have the plastic guide rod, but you do have that metal cover on your guide rod. So if we go back to the Gen 6, they took that cover off. You just have a polymer guide rod on here. All right, is light, but again, your Glock 19 is light as well. But again, I really don't understand, or I'm not really sure why they went back with just the regular polymer guide rod and took the metal insert off of it, or the metal covering off of it. But I'm sure Glock did it for a reason, so I'm not going to question Glock. All right, they've been doing this for a long time, so I'm sure they know what they are doing. But again, if we go back to the Glock 19 Gen 4, go to the trigger, and you got your play area, you come to your wall, crisp break. Got a long reset on it, but again, if you come back to your wall here, if you pull back a little bit, it goes straight to your break. Then you got your reset. All right, let's go to the Glock 23 Gen5. Check the trigger on here. Come back to your wall. Got a little bit of travel on here. Go check that again. So you come back to your wall. Your break. And now again on the Gen 6. Come back to your wall. Got a lot of travel before your break. Then you have a lot of travel for your reset. All right. So I know some people was asking as far as like what the difference between the trigger, because some people was talking about the trigger. So again, you do have the flat face trigger on the Gen 6 compared to your regular curved trigger on the Gen 4 and your curved trigger on the Gen 5. All right. Close these. I'm gonna compare the 45 to the 19. The Gen 4 19, we're gonna line it up at the barrel. All right. So you see the barrels are the same, 4.02 inch barrel, but you do have a little bit of an extension here on the grip. Again, the regular Glock 19 is a 15 round magazine, and the Glock 45 is a 17 round magazine. All right, so you can tell the difference there. Again, I'm gonna line it up right here on the base plate. So I'm gonna see if you can tell the difference in the back strap cut. So the back strap cut is actually extended here on the back side on the Gen 6 compared to this little small extension right here on the back base plate of the Gen 4. Turn it down so you can see how it's extended here compared to the extension there off of the back plate. We'll check it to the Gen 5. Again, this the Gen 5 is a 40 cal, but just go line it up on the back side and check that extension. So you can still see the extension there on the back of your beaver tail. All right. So again, looking at the Glock 19 on the Gen 4, put the webbing of your hand here up on your beaver tail. You can see how much it overhangs there compared to the overhang of the Gen 6. Again, it gives it a much comfortable feel with that extended beaver tail back there. And again, like I say, just gripping the firearm and holding on to the firearm with the stippling of the grip, you do have, it feel like you got a hold of the firearm. Now, when it comes to the Gen 6s, again, this is the G45, which is 9mm. They also have the G17 Gen 6 and the G19 Gen 6. As of right now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe they only have those 3 models right now in the Gen 6. All right. So again, I mean, this is the first look at the Gen 6, the G45 Gen 6 compared to the G19 Gen4 and the G23 Gen5. Again, I'm gonna do some updates. Well, I'm gonna upgrade the Gen 6. I think I'm gonna go with a Timney trigger. The Timney trigger is roughly about a 3.3 to 3.5 pound trigger pull, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna upgrade the guide rod. I'm gonna go with a Radian guide rod, as metal guide rod. Put an optic on here. I'm gonna go with the Holosun 407C. Put a flashlight on here. I'm gonna go with the Streamlight TLR XL7. All right. Also, I'm gonna change the barrel on her. I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Radian Ramjet on the barrel. See if we can go ahead and make it a little bit, spice it up a little bit, make it a little bit fun. Shoot, help with that recoil and all of that. Give it a better shoot. But for now, we go ahead and end this video. If y'all have any questions or anything, you can get in contact with us. www.3tierdefense.com. You can give us a call at 314-329-1566. Other than that, I'll get with you all later on. Deuces.